In this season of Marvel Rivals, we are brought to Krakoa for Emma Frost's revival of the Hellfire Gala. But why is Ultron attacking? And what is Doom doing here? And what is so important about Krakoa? And how will the heroes defeat Ultron? These are just some of the questions that I will answer as we take a look and explore the world of Krakoa. First, let's answer the biggest questions. Why are Doom and Ultron at the Hellfire Gala? Well, these two are actually tied to each other. Doom was invited by Emma Frost to join her gala. While making allies with Doom is risky business, it could prove fruitful for all of mutant kind. Frost, Magneto, and Storm all know that this invitation in particular is extremely risky, and they have planned for Doom's trickery. But there is one thing that they weren't expecting Doom to bring, and that's Ultron. You see, Doom has been messing with chronal energy from Chronovium, and he has seen visions of a barren future, the Age of Ultron. To try to prevent this, he has used time energy to try and remove Ultron from the timeline. But the time stream entanglement has made this task nearly impossible, as Ultron is now across many different timelines that are weaving back into reality. So, Doom has removed parts of Ultron's history to try and keep him away from this specific Earth. However, Ultron has noticed the tamperings, and he has discovered that Doom is the perpetrator. So, Ultron plans to return to Earth to take out Doom before Doom can take out Ultron. Now, Doom sees this coming, so he has a plan. If he can get enough chronal energy, he could remove Ultron permanently from every world. But where could he get a mass amount of time-distorted energy? Well, as we know from various character stories, Krakoa was originally in the present-day timeline, the 2025 timeline, and it was shifted from the present to the 2099 timeline, meaning it is absolutely bathed in chronal energy from this time shift. So, Doom attends the Hellfire Gala and hopefully find enough chronal energy to remove Ultron from reality. Sadly, Doom ran out of what he needed most: more time. And now, Ultron is here. That's not the worst of it, though. Ultron has realized that the powers of regeneration and distant communication that Krakoa bestows to the mutants could be an excellent addition to his powers. If he gets access to these two powers and many more that Krakoa enhances, he would be unstoppable. So the heroes need to team up and defeat Ultron before it's too late. Luckily, most of the heroes were invited to the Hellfire Gala, and now, because they're all here, all they need is a plan. So that leads us to the next question. How will the heroes beat Ultron, and why are we fighting? Well, while there are 3 maps, all of the story revolves around the Cradle map. From the achievements section, we can see 2 achievements stand out. Stop Ultron from downloading his memory into Cerebro, and destroy Cerebro to prevent Ultron from gaining its powers. This shows us the 2 teams that we fight as. One is aiming to destroy Ultron and protect Cerebro, and the other is trying to just destroy Cerebro to prevent Ultron from getting its powers. Both teams are being noble in their goals, but their differences lies in that the mutants don't want Cerebro to be damaged, as that's an extremely powerful tool to them. Now, the other 2 maps are important battlegrounds as well. The carousel represents where the party of the Hellfire Gala is currently happening when Ultron appears on Krakoa. And then after that, we go to the Quiet Council, also known as the Grove, which is where the teams are arguing over which plan to use: destroy Ultron or destroy Cerebro. And then after they plan, they go to the Cradle, which is where Cerebro is from. Sadly, as many have noticed, no matter which team wins, both sides are met with the same fate. Ultron cannot be stopped. In one victory animation, Emma and Magneto destroy the body of Ultron, but the wires from the skull extend to Cerebro, and he is able to form an upgraded version of himself, which hopefully is an alternate costume, because that looks sick. In the other victory animation, Wolverine tears up Ultron's body right before Ultron gets to Cerebro. But Ultron has already gained the regenerative powers of Krakoa, and he just restores his body anew. These regenerative powers were teased in various voice lines back in Season 0 and Season 1, and it's also in Magneto's second story chapter. So, overall, that's the story of Krakoa. But there are tons of amazing details everywhere on the map, and some more questions I have about the stages. So let's take a look at this amazing map and the details I've noticed while wandering around it in free play. In this first section, I would like to go on and on about the portals. The portals are so cool, and they're so much more complicated than you may think. They don't all activate at the same time. You would expect them to activate around like the 50% mark, but that's not true. Most of them activate sometime after the point has been captured, as seen on the carousel map. The portals activate separately. First the ones in the center, and then the ones that teleport to the center. However, there is also one portal that is already active before you even capture the zone, and that is on the cradle map. That's this portal above the point. Yeah, some players might not even know that this portal exists. The access point to teleport to that portal is underneath the point. Yeah, I bet some players might not know that you can go underneath the point on this map. This portal, dropping you right on top of the capture point, means that you should be ready for future fights to have any ultimate dropping down from the sky, not just strange. Another note on the portals is there is a very short cooldown, so you can't spam in and out. I do think this is a great idea. You don't want people to spam teleports to be impossible to hit, but I do think that the portal cooldown is very short, and it will still allow a lot of annoying characters to run away, and it'll be kind of difficult. Maybe people will get used to it in the future. And additionally, one other thing that I bet most people don't know is you can enter portals from either side. So for example, if you are a flying character or a character that can just jump high like the Hulk, you can jump through these portals for a clean getaway. Or if you are on the aforementioned cradle map fighting as the Hulk on the point, you could even do something like this where you make a great escape. Once players learn the portals of this map and learn where they take you, I believe some very cool escapes and flanks and attacks can be done. For this next section, I just want to talk about how the developers went all out on these maps. They are gorgeous. They are unique. The portals are amazing. Alright, yes, enough about the portals. I did a whole section on that just now. Moving on, one thing that I figure most people don't pay much notice to, and they really deserve it in this map, is the respawn rooms. They are gorgeous, and for the most part, they are huge. On the Grove map, we are in these nice buildings with a large tree making the center of it. The room is beautiful and has plenty of details, and oh yeah, this is the smallest of the 3 different respawn rooms on the Krakoa maps. On the carousel, the respawn rooms are 2 parts. At the beginning of the game, each team respawns on different ledges, looking over the entire battlefield, the party going on, and the ocean. Once you teleport down, this is the actual respawn room where you will respawn during the game. And it is massive as well. There's so much room to run around and look at the different cabanas and small stands. Like, what is up with this? Going all out on a huge area that we just respawn in? This is awesome. It's so much detail work that didn't need to be done, but I'm so grateful that it happened. Finally, we have the cradle map, which this has 2 different respawn rooms depending on whether you're on Team A or Team B. On Team A, you start in this natural area, this main area with waterfalls and flora all around. And behind you, there is this pathway down to a second area with a massive tree covered in orange regeneration pods. These look like the pod that we see Ultron come out of in the victory animation where Wolverine kills him. I looked around the tree to see if there was an Ultron inside any of them, but I couldn't find it, so no Easter egg there. Now, this room is so massive and fun to jump around in, and again, this is just the respawn room. If you are on Team B, it's different. Instead of this massive tree room that's behind you, your starting location is in this tech area that's just somewhere else. And you use this constructed portal to teleport into the natural area. And then this natural area is kind of like the old one, but there's no pathway to the large tree. It's just amazing that they put so much effort into the respawn rooms. There's 2 different respawn rooms for the same zone. It's so weird and cool and awesome. And the rest of the map looks just as amazing as these respawn rooms. They have so many cool things, like the 4 statues of these important X-Men, the dragon that flies in and out of the carousel map point, and like these the blob looking dudes. These guys are like the spirit and life force of mutants who disappeared due to the time stream entanglement that Krakoa spawned to represent them. There are so many cool details that can just be found all around the map. And even though I dislike the domination game mode, I really do love this map. It's so cool. Now, thank you very much for watching. If you have any cool details about Krakoa or the new update that you'd like to share with me or other commenters, please leave a comment, leave a reply to someone else. It helps all of us learn new things. Now, and lastly, thank you to my patrons. Every single one of them. Derek Bowman, Not Westin, Judah Forshee, Dylan Wood, Better Than Westin, Archer, all of you guys. Your support is amazing. And also all the free supporters, too. You guys are awesome and very supportive as well. If you want to send me a message on Patreon, please do. I just found out that you could do that. Anyways, your support is amazing. Thank you very much. Like, super much. Like, so much. So much. Alright, I'll probably cut out most of the so muches. Oh, what? There's a dragon? Who's this little guy? Dragon?